All right, so example 5. We're doing the same thing, guys. We're going to solve another right triangle ABC if side A is 9.5 and side B is 3.4. That's when we get to the next two lessons. Right triangles, if they're not right triangles, we have to use our law of sines or law of cosines. All right, so I have it drawn here, and they told us that side A was 9.5. And side B is 3.4. So what do you want to find first? All right, side C. So you're going to use Pythagorean theorem, you said? So we got, 9.5 squared plus 3.4 squared equals C squared. And so we can, to find C, I'm just going to take the square root of whatever we get there, right? And so what is side C? Good. Okay. So now what? Good. C is 90 degrees. What else? Okay. So let's find side A. Angle A. Let's find angle A. So what do I know about this side that they gave me? Opposite. And what about this side? So opposite and adjacent. What trig function is that? Tangent. O and A, right? So OA, TOA. All right, so we know that tangent of our angle will equal the opposite over adjacent. So we don't know our angle, but we know our opposite is 9.5 and our adjacent is 3.4. Now, what did we do before when I needed an angle? Do you remember? I need to switch these two. What is that when you switch your input and your output? When you switch your x and your y. The inverse. So we're going to use an inverse here. So our angle is going to be equal to the inverse tangent of our little fraction that we have there. Yeah, so 70.3 degrees. I'd say we could round angles to one decimal place. And what about angle B? So angle B, I'm right here. What is side A to angle B? And what about side B? So adjacent and opposite, what trig function are we going to use? I could use cotangent, but I don't have a cotangent button. Use tangent. Even I set them backwards on purpose. I made you tell me adjacent before opposite, but remember, you still know adjacent and opposite. You know opposite and adjacent, right? So for angle B, let's use our tangent again. No. Because now we don't know our theta, which I guess I should put B there, even though I left it as theta on the last one. Opposite is now what number? And adjacent is now, and since we're looking for an angle, we're going to take the inverse. So angle B will equal the inverse tangent of 3.4 over 9.5. And I probably should have put A on these. 19.7 degrees. And I've got everything in my little chart there filled in. Make sure your degrees, your angles are labeled with degree symbols, guys. And make sure your legs or the sides of your triangle, if it has units, you need to make sure all of them have the units written on it, okay? So far, the ones they gave us didn't have units for our sides, but if they did, you would need to write it.